It's all about the narrative. And this stuff right here makes me sick.
So now I'm confused. In that video, in a council meeting, and I'm about to play the intro again, Mayor Henyard says, I have created a foundation. Press play.
Doing, and I'm really, really big on, as dear to my heart, is I'm real big on a cancer foundation. I have created Tiffany Henynard Cares Foundation, and what that entails is helping everybody.
So she says, I have created the Tiffany Henynard Cares Foundation. We pull the article of incorporation.
Unbelievable.
Have you heard of this video? Have you heard about this? Well, our favorite girl, city girl Moyer, she went on the Roland Martin show.
Oh, goodness.
And not only she...
I know her last town meeting did not go well for her.
Well, she went on this show and lied in his face. Now, this is him doing a reaction to his show, and now he's saying he's got the receipts.
Oh.
And I was laughing a little bit. I'm like, wait a minute, brother man, wait a minute, brother man. We talk about this woman in our channel. We came with the receipts before we talk about her. You're supposed to be a well-trained Roland Martin, worked for CNN at one time, kind of journalist. You did not bring the receipts before the interview?
Yeah.
He was able to lie to your face. It's after she left. Now you've done your investigation. Now you want to call her back to come. What kind of journalist work is that? I'm not a journalist, but we've done a much better job than you did. You know what's going on here? This is identity politics. No, this is black women in power. You can't touch her. And I want you to notice his hypocrisy.
Oh, she plays that card very well.
She played him so bad. But I could tell he wasn't ignorant. Because when you look at his videos, he likes to fact check people, especially if they're black conservatives. Fact check. Call them out on his shows. Yell at them when they speak. But here goes a woman. She sat there and lied to your face. No wonder why your video got 23,000 dislikes and 6,000 likes. You know what?
Oh, that's ratio.
Your own audience didn't like what you did. I mean, I had to leave a comment. I had to give them a piece of my mind. But I want you to know this, what somebody said, and I had to copy this before you watch the video. Oh, Roland, you forgot to ask her about her arrest. Let me make this a little bit bigger because it's pretty amazing what's going on. His own audience is roasting him for him being so political, for him choosing one side above the other. It's willful blindness. And look at this. Her arrest for car theft, you forgot to ask about that. Having a political rival's house shot up.
It wasn't her rival's house. It was her house.
It was her own house. She set up a whole thing. Firing the police chief, locking the clerk out of her office, refusing to allow the council into government buildings, closing down bars who refuse to support her, the lawsuit from local businesses, refusal to release public records of the press to the press, the police cars being repossessed, her being investigated by the FBI, Section 8 fraud, her food truck failing health standards.
Do you know what? Do you know why they put Section 8 fraud?
Yeah,
because one of the members of her city council is filing for bankruptcy, and he failed to put two of his jobs on the bankruptcy application.
Oh, okay. I wonder if it's the same guy.
As income.
I wonder if it's the same guy who created that supposed little business. What do you call it? The nonprofit organization for her.
I think it's the guy that's supposed to be running he's supposed to take care of the accounting affairs that has no idea what he's doing and says that they hire some. If you watch her latest town hall meeting, he even admits he has no idea what he's doing. They just hire somebody to do it.
Yeah. Like everyone else, she's hired.
Yeah. Pretty much.
People with records on, people who likes touching children and all on. Those were hired by her too. Anyway, having said that, the reason we're talking about this woman, guys, we're talking about a prime example of an individual who had been DEI hired, and because of the color of their skin, identity politics, and so on, is in a position now where she is doing things to black people. And keep in mind, she's also black. Goes to show you cannot vote for people because of skin color, because of their gender. You have to look at merits, character, and what they stand for as far as value is concerned. If you don't make these decisions, this is how you end up with this type of woman. And now here is a man who is trying to clean up his mess.
I have a verse for this too.
Oh, please, I can't wait. Here is a man who's trying to clean up his mess after he done messed up so terribly. Let's watch him trying to make things look better. Let's take a look.
All right, folks, last night on Roland Martin Unfiltered, I talked to the mayor of Dolton, Illinois, in an exclusive interview about a variety of allegations against her. She's got national attention, a lot of critics out there with regards to how she's operated as the mayor of Dolton as well as the supervisor of Thornton Township. One of the issues we talked about was this charity, Tiffany Henynard Cares Foundation. Here's what I first asked her about the foundation. You have a charity that from the Attorney General's office, as I understand they sent a cease and desist letter to your foundation.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm not crazy. I'm not
You have a
deranged.
Tiffany Henynard Cares, your foundation. So the Attorney General's office hasn't reached out to you regarding your foundation?
So I want to set the record straight. I don't have a foundation. I am a supporter of anybody that's struggling with cancer. My mom had breast cancer, and I'm always push anybody that has that. If someone uses my name to push their charity, or if you say this is Tiffany t-shirt, people gonna buy it. Because right now I'm considered what? Clickbait. People make money off of my name by views. So you just
So
say my
you
name.
don't have a, you say you don't have a foundation.
I do not. And that's why I tell everybody, go do your research. I'm not on anything.
Okay. I followed that up a little bit later in the interview with this. So I'd asked you before we went to the break. I talked about again this charity and the Illinois Attorney General's office. This is from CBS affiliate there. Says that the accusation comes at the same time the Illinois Attorney General's office told Henyard's charity multiple times in recent months to stop improperly soliciting donations because it had not registered with the state as required by law. And you said that's not your charity. Correct. Okay. So were you ever? So show the video here. I'm trying to understand this here. So this is a video of you marching with the charity. So what is this? So what they're not telling you is we literally walked to Springfield to create a bill to help anybody that suffered from cancer, whether it's the village of Dolton, Thornton Township, and then I increased it to the state of Illinois. And that bill will help people by giving them $10,000. And that's a bill that we actually are initiating, and we're still working on it. When I went through the Republican states, the Republican areas, we didn't have any issue. Everybody was on board because everybody is suffering from cancer, or know someone that passed or is actually going through it. So that was the whole purpose of the walk, to basically bring awareness and bring people together. That's what the whole purpose of it is. But if you had, so there were folks with signs saying Tiffany Henynard Cares Foundation. Who was that? What do you mean? It's everybody. Everybody was there. No. What I'm saying is, what is the Tiffany Henynard Cares Foundation? You said it's not affiliated with you at all. Correct. Well, what is it? So someone made up a foundation. They named it after me, and they like my work that I do in the community, and it's called Tiffany Henynard Cares. So we all went. But they weren't registered. Have you contacted them and told them you can't use my name improperly? Well, my lawyer's handling a lot of that stuff, so all I can tell you is that I'm not the one on anything. That's the only thing I can tell you right now. So I'm just trying to answer to the. So you're saying there's a foundation, but it has.
She's lying to his face, man.
Number one, she's lying to his face, and number two, the other thing is in her latest town meeting, she
Yeah.
refused to pay the lawyers.
Yes. That's another thing.
She didn't want to pay the lawyers. Like, okay, your lawyers are handling it, but you don't want to pay them.
That's just crazy.
Like, what? What kind of crack are you smoking, woman?
Everybody knows that she's lying, but Roland Martin. Oh my goodness. Yeah. She didn't want to pay the lawyers either. It's pathetic. Anyway.
Has nothing to do with you.
Correct. That's true.
Okay.
That's
So you're
true.
not aware of any of the work that they've done, money that they've raised, anything along those lines?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So she said in the interview that the foundation was not hers. This is from a council meeting.
Doing and I'm really, really big on that's dear to my heart is I'm real big on a cancer foundation. I have created Tiffany Henynard Cares Foundation, and what that entails is helping everybody within the 17 municipalities with services such as well services and resources, such as if you need help paying for chemo, radiation, your medicine, your wigs, your prosthetic, your breasts, things of that nature, even helping you with housing. Because I know firsthand how that feels to just not have help when my mom had breast cancer. So I want to make sure that I put that out there to the public and to everybody, that it goes to any 17 municipality. You cannot live in Chicago to benefit from this foundation. It's strictly for people that live in the 17 communities. We are doing a cancer walk October 4th, and how this room was filled. I will hope you guys will come out for that cause. We will start right at Food for Less parking lot. We will walk west, going across the Unity Bridge, and we will walk 15 miles. So anybody that's up for the challenge or that feel they can make it, please show up. You can walk, ride, or drive. And yes, we got bikes. We have motorcycle clubs. We have all kinds of people that is joining us in this movement because you never know when you need this resource as well. So always be about the cause. Last but not least, even though I know we got another meeting, the kids' Halloween dance party will be Sunday, October.
He's looking like he's just found out some new information that nobody ever knew about.
Yeah,
This
right.
video that he just played, it's like over 9 months old. Buddy, like, didn't you do your homework before you brought this woman to your show? But no, she's an independent Black woman. You know, we can't challenge them. They can't be corrupt. Because why? She's part of the Democratic Party. But you say you care about Black people. Here goes a woman who is hurting Black people, who's hurting them financially, who's persecuting people. She's part of your party. And she sat on your show and lied to your face. And now you want to come back with a video acting like you didn't know. You could not have known. And I'm thinking to myself, you see this type of man right here? These are the reasons why Black people ain't going nowhere. And I am not lying to you. Those supposed Black bourgeoisie who sits back and watch the world burn, and they have the power to address the ills of our society, to keep Black men accountable, to keep Black women who are corrupt politically accountable. They have the power to do that. They choose not to. But you know what they want to talk about? Conservatives, Black conservatives. I'm going to show you a video because this man right here, and I don't hate people, but I hate what some people do. Because they sit there and acting like we're stupid. Because you look at the influence that these politicians have in the culture. People like him has the ability to check them. But they won't do that. Why? Because it's all about political ideology. It's all about the narrative. And this stuff right here makes me sick.
So now I'm confused. In that video, in a council meeting, and I'm about to play the intro again, Mayor Henyard says, I have created a foundation. Press play.
Doing and I'm really, really big on that's dear to my heart is I'm real big on a cancer foundation. I have created Tiffany Henynard Cares Foundation, and what that entails is helping everybody.
So she says, I have created the Tiffany Henynard Cares Foundation. We pull the articles of incorporation. Pull it up. Now, when I asked her about this, she said, someone made up a foundation. Okay, someone. Here's the problem. The registered agent of the foundation is a Keith Freeman. Keith Freeman works for the city of Dalton.
That's nothing but old news, man. Like, it's not really saying anything that nobody knows about. This is nothing but old news. Let me share something with you. And he's acting like he just found out something amazing about this woman. Like, the rest of the world knew that. But here's the thing. Watch this. And this is what I'm talking about. This is part of my issue with this, with people like this. Look at
this woman, the same way that he's tough on. Been accused of all types of stuff, and the people that are getting hurt by this the most, a majority of the people that are getting hurt, happen to be black. So you would think that Mr. Pro-Black Roland Martin would be tough on this woman the same way that he's tough on black conservatives and black Trump supporters.
We could go start a black voter IDs matter and go help people go get their IDs. I mean, these are things we could do.
Yeah, but you keep going back to ID as if that's the only issue, and that's not the only issue.
That's not the only thing. I'm just saying, like, that's one of the issues.
No, that's one. That's one. I read for you about 10 of them. That's one. So that's one particular thing right there. So, but what's interesting though is that, again, you're wrong, Congressman. You're wrong. I'm asking you a series of questions in terms of how you voted on particular bills that, and for the black community, in terms of where issues are. George Floyd Justice Act. How did you vote?
Wait, say that again. You broke.
George Floyd Justice Act. How did you vote?
Oh, I didn't vote for that bill. I voted against it. And the reason why I voted against that bill is because of qualified immunity. I think the qualified immunity provisions in that bill are actually going to be very harmful.
Consent. Oh my God. Are you just sitting here just making shit up?
You're asking me about Trump.
No, you're making stuff up.
Questions. And now you're throwing in Rand Paul and
I'm throwing in facts.
You're asking me questions and I'm answering them.
No, you're not answering. What you're doing is you're doing what Trump is doing. You're just making shit up.
So there's no dude,
the platinum plan was a plan. It was never enacted.
Exactly. I know.
And he also said,
I know that.
Trump said,
you know why it wasn't enacted?
You see how he treats people who are not part of his party? You see the difference is massively right in your face. Now watch, and I love how Black Conservative Perspective kind of like ended this, because he went on to share another video and he said this.
Benefit from this foundation is strictly for people that live in the 17 communities. We are doing a cancer walk October 4th.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Okay, all of this information was out there for months, and Roland Martin refused to press her in the interview with these clips that have been floating around showing that clearly and obviously she was lying, okay? And there are major contradictions to the story, the lies that she was telling on his platform. And Roland Martin is so dumb, right? So stupid that he doesn't realize that had he actually did that, right? Had he actually confronted her with just those two clips that I showed you guys, that probably would have been the most viral interview on the internet since the Shannon Sharp, Cat Williams interview that I believe got almost what 20, 30 million views, right? If you look at all of the clips that have been posted of that interview, right? That interview, if Roland Martin had actually conducted that interview the same way he conducts the interviews with Black conservatives, if he actually had done his job as a so-called journalist, that would have been probably one of the most viral interviews ever. And Roland Martin would have went down as the journalist that put his political leanings aside and decided to take down a Black woman Democrat who is screwing over mostly Black people in her own town, right? I mean, I would have covered it. Conservatives would have covered it. Liberals would have covered it. I mean, the local news media covered it, right? They would have covered it, okay? Everybody would have covered it, and Roland Martin would have been praised because he had a rare opportunity that Tiffany Henynard doesn't give to anybody else to actually hold her accountable. And he literally chose not to do it, right? Now, this man is being absolutely roasted. He has been destroyed in the comment section of his own videos. The ratios are epic, okay? I mean, his audience is absolutely destroying him, okay? Because, again, he's exposed himself as the political hack that he is, right? And, again, he's so upset. He's so upset about it that he went and dropped another video actually doing the fact check that he should have did when she was in studio, and then begging Tiffany to come back and to answer questions that he should have asked her when she was in studio, while pretending like he knows what he's doing, because he clearly has no clue what he's doing. Because if he actually knew what he was doing, he would not have dropped the biggest bag of his career.
I love all the people out there who ain't never reported on nothing. No, man, you should have did it this way. First, you have to ask a series of questions to get answers. And now you come back with, okay, there are contradictions in the answer. I need Mayor Henyard and her team to come back and answer all of these questions.
Look at him being smart. He's trying to outsmart his audience now. Look at the disrespect of this fella.
No, you need to do your homework so that way you ask the right questions the first time.
Exactly. Stop embarrassing yourself. Like, guys, it's out of control.
You're acting the fool, man.
Anyway, I'm gonna let Black Conservative Perspective roast him because I don't want to have to say anything, because I hope Black people see stuff like this and choose wisely. Don't go for skin color. Go for substance. Go for character. Go for values. Because people like this are misleading a lot of Black folks. But I'm so glad, because his own audience is like, they're not buying it. They're not buying it. They're like, yo, you're out of your mind. Crazy. When you read the comments, it's almost like, oh my Lord. These people are not buying what this man is doing. And I'm so glad that we are not all duped and confused and misled.
Yeah, I think he just tanked his career.
Oh, he's done. He's done. He will never recover from this.
And I have some additional questions, and I'm sending them.
When in the history of journalism have you ever seen somebody do an interview with one of the most corrupt politicians ever? Okay, and don't fact check them at all throughout the whole interview. Don't try to press them at all throughout the whole interview. And then after the fact, come back and do a fact check video begging them to come back and sit down and answer my questions. You've never seen that. That's never been a thing. Like, that's actually not a thing, right? That's not a thing. And again, it's so funny that he believes that she's actually gonna come back. Yo, I am dying. Okay, because listen, guys, I know I've been beating this dead horse, but there's a reason why. Okay, because I'm gonna show you why I'm doing this video. Actually, this guy, he doesn't realize, he's so stupid that he does not realize that he has done the equivalent from a journalism perspective of winning the lottery and then losing the lottery ticket on the way to cash in, because that's exactly what happened. I mean, there are not many opportunities, right, as a so-called journalist, where you can sit down with probably one of the most corrupt mayors in American history, and you have an opportunity to basically show that, hey, I'm not a partisan hack. Okay, I'm not just working on behalf of the Democrat Party. I'm a real journalist with integrity, and I'm going to take this woman down with facts in her own words, contradicting the lies that I know that she's going to tell on my network, because I've done my research, right? I've done my research. I know what she's going to say. I know her excuses. I'm going to come with the facts that were out there, right? Easily available, readily available, right? It's all right there for you to see. I'm going to come with this stuff. And again, this guy has a whole research department, right? He's not a one-man operation, okay? He's not doing all the research himself.
Dude, we're
the research team.
Hold on.
The fact.
We're just a two-man operation, and we found all this stuff out. I mean, come on.
I know. Just a few news clip, and then put away your biases, you can get to the facts. But
yeah,
no, he doesn't want to do that, because it's about politics for him. It's about political leaning. It's not about the truth. That's all it is. And like you're right, we don't do all that research. We have a few things recommended to us, and we found a few videos, a couple articles, and that's it.
That's it. Simple as that.
We got to the truth.
We do a little homework. We do a little digging.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's it.
It's not that complicated. And he's like, well, you got to ask these series of questions and you have to come back with contradictions. And I'm like, bro, it's not that serious. Have you listened to
a couple of Google searches and you find out everything you need to know.
Yeah. That's why the alternative platform is growing so big, because these guys are they're all political leaning. They are part of the swamp. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big joke. Yeah. He's roasting him. And watch what he went on to say, and then I'm going to bring this video to an end because look at this.
Right? He's not doing any research himself, so he didn't even have to do it. But he's so stupid, he didn't even direct his research team to actually really look deep into the story and to understand what she's likely to say coming into the interview so that you're prepared to push back against her, to have a full understanding of the story. He didn't even take the time to do that, right? So he could have been known as the guy, the journalist, to put his political partisanship aside and to take down one of his own because of clear and overt corruption, because he's for the people, right? He could have been the journalist that was known to do that, to take down one of the most corrupt mayors ever to her face, right? I mean, you could have got some crazy moments in that interview had he just confronted her the way that we know that he would have done if she was a conservative or Republican. But now he's known as the journalist, aka the political propagandist, the hack, okay, the scam artist, the con artist that allowed the most corrupt mayor in American history, or one of the most corrupt mayors in American history, to come on his platform and to lie, right? To straight up lie on his platform. That is what he's known for now, right? That is what he's known for. And his follow-ups to all this is hilarious, right? It's hilarious because I want to talk about this, okay? Because I try to tell you guys, these people, their priorities are out of line, right? Instead of being concerned about, again, an actual corrupt mayor that is hurting black people, what he's more concerned about are black conservatives. For example, on Twitter, this guy got so triggered by this picture posted by Congressman Wesley Hunt, right? He posted pictures that the Democrats' worst nightmare in one room, right? Stay tuned. Okay, so it's just a picture of black conservatives, okay? Roland Martin literally spends all day long. I mean, all night, all night. I'm talking about up at 3 a.m. in the morning, guys, right? 3 a.m. in the morning, okay? 3 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, literally just posting about these black conservatives, right? Okay, just trying to roast them, right? All night long. He says the five bottoms, right? The five bottoms. The guy with this in his profile picture, right? This is profile picture. Trying to call another black man a bottom, right? Again, amazing stuff. Hilarious, right? Absolutely hilarious. But if you look at this man's X account, right? Again, all night long, he's putting so much time and effort into trying to roast black conservatives all night. Literally all night long. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Okay. This is what really got me. Okay. This is what really got me. It blew my mind. Because had he put this much effort into researching Tiffany Henynard, right, and holding her accountable, doing his interview with her, he would be a hero, right? He would be getting praise and glory right now, okay? I'm so serious. From both sides of the political aisle, everybody will be praising this man right now for taking down one of the most corrupt mayors in the history of this country. But again, this is what he's focused on. This is what his mind is on. 5 black men, right, that he disagrees with politically. Not the most corrupt mayor in this country. I had you scrolling for days because this man literally stayed up all night, right? He stayed up all night. And this is what really got me. This is what really got me, okay? This is what really got me, okay? This man had the unmitigated gall to put this X tweet out here. He says, all of these folks are scared to come talk to black people. I challenge all of them to come talk to black-owned media. Wow. Right? Wow. This guy lacks so much self-awareness. I like, honestly, I'm starting to feel bad for him, right? I think he might have some real issues, okay? I think he might have some real issues for real, okay? Upstairs, I don't think the elevator goes all the way to the top floor because this amount of lack of self-awareness is just, it's astonishing. It really is. it's so funny because where was his energy with Tiffany Henynard? Again, you see how he brings all this energy. He's now basically inviting Black conservatives to come on his platform so he can do what? So he can treat them the way that he should have treated Tiffany Henynard, right? That's what he wants to do. He's literally trying to invite Black conservatives onto his platform so that he can try to bully them, talk over them, to give them tough questions, right? To hold them accountable in a way that he failed to do with one of the most corrupt mayors in this country, literally because she's a Democrat Black woman. Guys, I want you to look at his Instagram. This is astonishing, right? The lack of self-awareness is incredible, right? So one day ago, this guy posts a picture of him with her on his Instagram, right?
No wonder why he could not say anything negative about her. That looks like a very friendly preacher. Like, I mean, the picture tells you everything. 1,000 words indeed. You can't be tough on a woman like this when you're taking pictures with her like that. Like, how could you? How could you? You've already told us everything we need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the picture. Lord have mercy. I'm going to take a few more minutes of this. Maybe about 3 more minutes and we are going to move on.
I mean, he took a picture smiling with one of the most corrupt mayors in this country. She's actively hurting Black people. And he took a picture of her smiling as if that's her, that's his buddy. Again, this is crazy. But then also look at this. Look at this. Look at this. His Instagram, he got 3 straight posts about Tim Scott being a liar, right? He's so concerned about lies, right? But
and so
this is the thing. This is the thing, Matt. This is the thing, Matt, that again, why he must be fact checked. But see, Tim Scott knows he can stand in the front of a bunch of white people, Republicans, and they're going to clap at that nonsense. Nobody on Fox News is going to fact check him. He won't come on Black-owned media because he knows it's easier to lie to white conservatives than it is to push a lie to Black people, knowing full well we're going to fact check your behind.
Wow. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Oh my God. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. Listen to this guy. Listen to this. He literally is the Tim Scott. Come to Black-owned media. Come to.
I'm forget about him. I gave up on him a while ago. I like what Evo Velzenda's comment is there.
Where? At the top? Okay.
The second one down. Democrats lie to Black people every day. Been doing it since the Civil War. # fact checked.
I'm so glad. Thank you for that one. So you get the point of this video, and I know I made it a little bit longer than it needed to be. It's because I'm trying to show there is really a serious disconnect from many of the in the media.
So
I've been lying.
The verse I want to put with that is Proverbs 3:21-24.
Okay. So let's look at that. Proverbs 3:21-24. Okay, go ahead.
My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So shall they be life unto thy soul and grace to thy neck. Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, though thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet.
Amen.
If you look at things, and then to me, this says, if you look at things with wisdom and through a discerning eye, and basically look at things for how they are, not how other people want you to see them, and actually look at the core and get to the meat of the problem.
Yes.
Then you're gonna see the truth of the matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you make decisions based on that, then you're going to live a more fulfilled life.
Amen. Thank you for that. That was powerful. You know, one of the verses I was thinking about was in 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. 2:22, easy to remember. It says, they shall, listen to this, many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the truth shall be evil spoken of. But here is the next thing. Through covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you. I thought about that because it's speaking from the context of false prophets, right? But you can see many people, it may not be a prophet, you may not be speaking on the behalf of God. That doesn't mean politicians can behave in a similar way, because you have an audience, you speaking to someone, you have people who follows you. And I think part of the issue here that Roland Martin is dealing with is this right here, covetousness. Some of these people, most of what's driving a lot of people in the media to be so biased in their reporting, and like you said from the verse earlier, we have to discern it because it's the biasness is so bad, is because they are covetous. They want the praise of the people instead of the honor of God. They want to be seen as sound and well thought of and intelligent and so on. And in so doing, they stop being real. They stop being honest. They like sacrifice character for popularity in a sense. And you will tell that through covetousness, the Bible says, they will come with vain words. Like they come up with things that are not even true. But the whole thing is they're making merchandise of you. They want to use you. They want to use you in a way just to make money, just to grow their pockets. It's not because they care about the truth. And it's good to know that. The Bible says their judgment does not linger and their damnation slumbereth not. In other words, people who lie to you all the time, who's trying to merchandise and sell you things that are not based on truth, God says they will be judged. And I really hope this happens soon for them so that they could repent, so that they don't experience what we Christian refers to as the burning end.